Yep.
Yep, it's fine.
All right, let's call the meeting to order. Let's let the minutes reflect that the meeting is being videotaped for the, it will be transferred to the YouTube on the Gardner website. First item on the agenda is the October 6th and the October 27th minutes. Are there any changes or modifications to those minutes?
On the October 6th,
Yep.
I see it says comments made in support of Dan Berry from a gentleman. I believe that was Jack Bliss. So probably you just wanted to put his name in.
Okay. And that is whereabouts?
Whereabouts? It's on the second page.
Yep.
It'll be the third paragraph down.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Oh, gentleman in the crowd.
Yeah. I believe it was Jack Bliss, correct?
Bliss is F-L-I.
F-L-I-S.
Yep. Any other changes? Have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, motion carries. Any old business? Any new business? Okay. Dan sent me an email about his update. He was unable to be at the meeting tonight. There is a change, I guess, in the GIN system to the online registration. In one season, I guess we earned 20% bonus, about $650. This was a one-time bonus. In 2023, the mass golf fee for GIN remains at $55. I have reduced the discount fee for our members from $10 down to $5, which will net us an additional $750 to $1,000. He says this week upcoming, he's going to have 3 point-of-sale demos and to research Golf Now and other alternatives. And there's nothing else to report. So that's Dan's report. Bill, a report.
Not much. We're cleaning the golf course right now. End of the year sprays, chemical applications. System's been blown out now for a couple weeks.
Yep.
And we're just battening down the hatches, winterizing the restaurant, doing a little bit of work up in the restaurant, and just cleaning the golf course up.
So he's not going to stay open then?
No, not that building.
Well, I knew he was going to. He was
Yeah.
I told him he was crazy, but
He would be filling that propane a lot. That's it.
okay. Correspondences. We have a correspondence from Homer Cormier. My name is Homer Cormier. Earlier this year, I fell and injured my shoulder. I only played 27 holes of golf this year. I paid $500 as a down payment for a membership. May I roll over that money towards next season's pass? So I think what we do is we just consider, a payment of 27 holes and reduce to 500 and roll it over to next year. Just need a motion.
Motion to take off 27 holes and refund him the rest, or put it next year.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Now the code of conduct review, do we have that?
Well, Duran and I met and we went through all the commission policies and split them up because for the most part they all need to be updated.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we've each taken so many and we're going to update them and then present them to the commission.
Yep.
For review, approval, and we'll also have to have legal look at them.
Okay.
Because some of them need to just be,
Oh, yeah.
they're no longer
Yep.
applicable.
Yep.
It's non-residents and fees and everything, so. And code of conduct will be as part of all the policies.
Okay.
Okay.
Seniors, policies. updated, reviewed. Okay. Do that.
I wanted to talk about rent.
Okay, the other correspondence is from Brenda LeBlanc, just a number of emails. Let's see, the first one is to do about the food, whether or not we should be charging each participant in the golf tournament a food price, or give them the option of not having food for that event, or some other options, I guess. And so, what are your feelings? I think I would probably look towards you more than anything.
Food, it's my topic, food.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, she makes a valid point, however, I think it'd be difficult to kind of, for Dan to figure out who's gonna have a meal, who's not gonna have a meal. My thought is, we discuss food situation with Todd and say, how can we accommodate the ones that don't eat meat, or the fact about it being cold, or there's not enough when the people come in. I just think it's a difficult thing to manage, to split up, okay, these
Right.
people aren't putting up food, but that's sort of my thought.
Yeah, that's my feeling too.
Yeah.
I mean, I would discuss it with Todd and see whether or not, if he would allow them to either buy something off the menu, or do some kind of a vegetarian meal, if he has an option to do that. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he could do something like that. We can check with him. Your feelings? Any feelings?
Yeah, I think any crowd like that should get, 20 to 30 people at any given tournament. To have special accommodations for, it's difficult to do. It just is. So I don't think there's any real good solution. I do think the golf course should, the restaurant and golf course kind of go hand in hand, and we should support them. And it's tough to make everybody happy, but I think at the end of the day, it's probably better to keep making sure they have that revenue and seeing what we can do for any accommodations, separately, if they can order whatever, they can order whatever, but I don't think that having them not charge it is.
Yeah, it's going to be more difficult than Dan to try to control, I think. in my opinion. Do you have any concerns, Dave?
I've had trouble hearing some of what was said, but my thoughts in general on that one I think I heard Mike saying that a golf course and a restaurant should go hand in hand, and I think it would be real messy to have an option that said, do you want the meal or not?
Right.
I believe that when we have a meal, it should be there. If we can do anything to accommodate special needs, then I understand that piece of it, but to say you have an option of eating or not eating, I just think that's real difficult to manage.
Okay. All right, so we'll go with, talk with Todd and see if he can accommodate anything.
And those special needs would need to be declared up front too, not that day.
Oh, correct. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Yep. Let's see. Well, this is to do with review and adjust course markings. A lot of it was to do with, the seventh hole
Yeah, and 17.
in 17.
Yeah, he painted it for the last couple tournaments, that left side going down the hill.
And you put it like a drop.
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so that's what we'll probably end up doing that next year, if that we have the same problems.
Yeah, we'd ask Danny, see what Danny thinks about that.
Okay. think that was the only thing set for the 7th and the 17th. Okay, so.
What was the issue there?
Yeah, you know, when you hit the ball, basically, you know, on the right-hand side of 7, everything flowed into the woods.
And down that left side.
And it was just dry there, down there, you know, no grass was growing, and so, I mean, everything pretty much went into that area. Same thing on 17, you could hit a ball way to the right and it ended up into the left. I mean, I saw that happen a couple of times, like, it's crazy. But, so that was taken care of, I think. Okay. All right. What's this one? Okay, so this is to do tournament committee objectives. So, in the past few years, we haven't had a tournament committee. I think they had difficulty trying to attract people to join these committees.
Right.
I think there's 2 committees. There's a tournament committee. Is there a handicap committee too? Is that what it is?
Right, I think they might be combined, but they should be combined. I mean, this is one of the policies John and I looked at, and we felt maybe to entice some people to, you know, be on the tournament committee, to give them maybe a third off of their, you know, membership, or give them something in return, because if they want to be spending their time. So that policy is, you know, under review, and we'll be presenting that to everyone. So,
Yep.
work in progress.
I think that it kind of shows that we probably need a couple people to really do it. We gotta take it a little more seriously than we have in the past because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because the things have come up, and it'd be nice if there was a committee of people to,
Yeah, instead of just Dan, you know.
if we can do it.
And I know that there's just certain tournaments that are listed under that policy, and we thought we would just incorporate
All of them.
all the tournaments and that are sponsored, you know, by the golf course.
Is there a benefit to adding that stuff to it? Meaning, anytime you add rules to things, you have to follow those rules. So if the committee is going to be in charge of those, what are their responsibilities going to be? I think it's important to figure out what their
Well, I think
responsibilities.
those will be in the
Right,
policy.
that's part of the policy.
What they're going to really be responsible for.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess the final issue is the teeing areas for the red tees on holes 3, 6, 7, and 11. I guess the tee areas are rectangular, that is 2 club legs deep, whereas the front edge is defined by the line between the forward most points of the 2 tee markers set by the committee, and the side edges are defined by the lines back from the outside points of the tee markers. I guess what she's indicating here, I guess some of the tee boxes are.
Yeah, she pointed out 3, 6, 7, and 11. Those are obviously the smaller of the tees.
Right.
But what we did was, when you brought up that tee markers moving back, it's obviously a matter of contention with 99% of the girls. We've just slid them forward on all those tees. We've actually slid them forward for probably the last 2 months of the season on almost every tee. So if you slide the red markers all the way up, almost to the rough, people have 2 club lengths back. So on 3, on 6, on 7, and on 11, the smaller tees, depth-wise, if we slide those markers up, it's an easy fix, which we've done the last couple months.
Correct.
Because no one, I've never heard anyone who says they want to make the course longer, move back further. Easy fix.
Okay. All right. Next item is commissioner members' comments and reports. You have anything, Mike?
I don't.
Anything, Ann?
No, just those policies that we've been working on.
Okay. You have anything, Dave? Any comments?
I heard to comment from afar. I think I'm all set.
Okay. Let's go to the financials.
Did those get sent out?
Oh, probably not. I'll make sure you get a copy. I'll make sure you get a copy
I
of
haven't
it.
seen anything.
I'll send you a copy, Dave.
Okay.
So these are, so let's look at the expenses first. This is printed as of 11/28. So revenue-wise, we're at 531,444. We budgeted 853,625, so we're more than 50% of budget. We're at 62% of budget, really. Expenses so far, actual expenses, we're at 341,5496. So we're showing 190,389 surplus as of the current point, but you have to remember that we have indirect costs of roughly about $205,000. And, you know, we still got another roughly 4 months of the fiscal year. Well, 4 months, we got more than that. We got another about 6 months. 6-7 months of fiscal year. So, and I think out of the expenses, there's really nothing in here that was out of the ordinary that I remember. There's no big expenses. Right?
No.
The only thing to be, you know, that I'm concerned about, I mentioned it to Bill, is golf course supplies. We budgeted $49,000. We already spent $66,000, so going into next year, we will have to probably appropriate some by cash reserve over to pay for the you know, the additional costs of the fertilizers and chemicals and everything else that goes on to the golf course. Last year, I think we spent $110,000, so we're going to be somewhere pretty close to that, unless prices drop. No? Okay. The other sheet that we have in our packet is the receipts journal. This goes through 11/20, so we're at roughly about $441,000. Is that right?
Let me do that. 11.
Well, I'll have to check the
Yeah, because
formulas,
it's,
because it doesn't,
maybe it's not adding. Maybe there's a couple that got missed or something because, I mean, according to this, it's 441, but he's got 531, so.
yeah, I'll have to check it.
But as you can see, revenue is still coming in. A lot of it, I mean, some of it is memberships. I know last week Dan mentioned we had 6,500 in revenue, and 34 of it was in memberships. So that's basically for 3 new members. So, I mean, everything's pretty positive going forward. For the winter months, we got cash in the bank, which is good. We're not borrowing money from the city. So I just need a motion to accept the financials.
Are we gonna look into why it didn't add itself up? This before?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to.
Yeah.
You can accept them as they are without doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can accept,
Yeah,
you
'cause
can
that's
accept
not
it.
that matters.
You can accept John's financials if you want.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Next meeting date, let's go. What's that?
January.
Want to do the 12th? Or you want to do the 19th? It's up to you.
Of December?
Yeah. That too close to Christmas? Do the
12's better than 19th for me. It's
All right, let's do the
vacation-
12. Let's do the
vacation
12.
weekends.
We'll do 12. We'll keep it away from Christmas.
That's 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. There isn't much going on anyways. The only thing I'm gonna have for that meeting, though, I will have the budget. I'll send it out to you guys early. So then you can just kind of review it, and then we can review it if we need, at that point, if everything's okay, we'll just accept it. It'll be all done. So we'll do that.
So what are you saying, December 12th for the next meeting?
Yeah, yeah, we'll try to, we'll see if we can do a Zoom meeting, Christine?
Checking with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go back to Zoom until Dave and Ann get back from there.
So.
If they allow us.
At 4:30?
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think the mayor indicated that those are still allowed. He said something else. I can check with them anyways, I got a couple of questions anyways. Plus, need a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Nobody's opposed. Thank you.